Ooh, fancy pants. Very nice. Here we are together once again to join and hopefully enjoy a little bit of the English language for this Sunday afternoon. Yes, it is English Addict coming to you live and direct from the birthplace of English. Do you know where it is? Do you? Well, I will tell you. It's coming to you live from England. Ooh. Please stop. You will embarrass me. I might get used to the sound of applause, to be honest. Here we go again. Hi everybody, this is me, Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope you are feeling good on this rather strange day. We've had sunshine, we've had rain. At the moment, the sun once again is trying to come out. It's a very strange day, very autumnal. I think that's a good word to use. I was actually out yesterday doing some filming with Mr. Steve, and on the way back, I was very close to the house and I saw the most amazing view. Would you like to see it? I don't normally start with this, but I couldn't resist today. I really couldn't resist it. So here is the view that I saw yesterday afternoon whilst I was heading back home. Isn't that lovely? I don't know why. Everything in that image is very much autumnal. When we say autumnal, we mean anything related to the season of autumn. So you can see the sun is setting, the trees, most of them are now bare because the leaves have fallen. And if you look very closely, you can see my neighbour's horse standing in the field looking rather lonely. So there it was. The view yesterday as the sun was setting. And of course, at this time of the year, the sun does set rather early. At around about 3:30 in the afternoon, it will now start to get dark. Can you believe it? So that's what was happening yesterday. Meanwhile, today, yes, we are back together again. And for those who are wondering who I am, my name is Mr. Duncan. I talk about the English language. You might say that I'm one of those up there. I am one of those, and I have a feeling you might be one of those as well. Of course, I am talking about English Addicts, and I like English very much, and I hope you do as well. If you do, guess what? You are in the right place, to be honest. We have lots of things coming up today. We are looking at an interesting word that has been used quite a lot this week. I will also be showing you a lovely moment of nature that I managed to capture yesterday. Something that I've always dreamt of doing. I've never shown you this before, but I was hoping yesterday that I would be successful in doing what I was trying to do. And guess what? I will be showing that later on. I know it all sounds very mysterious, but trust me, everything will be answered later on in the show. We also have the new game, which some people seem to like. They are saying, Mr. Duncan, we like your new game. Fill in the blanks. That is coming up later on. I know last week we only had time to play one game, but hopefully today I will make sure that we have slightly longer so we can play fill in the blanks for a slightly longer period of time. We have that coming up. And what else is coming up today? Oh, some very worrying news as well. Some rather disturbing news concerning my favourite snack. We will be looking at that later on as well. Today's main subject, we are talking all about sounds, noises, things you hear probably every day of your life. Quite often we don't even think about it. But that's what we're doing today. So we're going to look at some words connected to sounds, and also we will be listening to the sounds as well. And I can warn you now, can I just warn you that some of the sounds will be loud and noisy. So be prepared to put your fingers in your ears. Another reason why you might put your fingers in your ears is because, of course, we have Mr. Steve coming up later on. Steve will be here for all those who love Mr. Steve. He will be here at around about 2:30 UK time. So for those who don't like listening to the sound of Mr. Steve, you can also put your ears or your fingers in your ears for that as well. And there he was, Mr. Steve coming up later on. I haven't played that for a long time, and I've just realised how disgusting that actually is. So there might be people watching this for the first time, not expecting to see what I just played. I'm not sure if I'm going to apologise, but it's good fun. And that's it, you see. This is all a little bit different. It is not like all the other English teaching channels. It's a little bit different. You may have noticed already. The other thing, of course, is that it is live as well. And yes, we are live. We have made it all the way to the end of another week and also the end of another weekend. We are actually approaching the end of November already. And you know what's coming after that, don't you? Yes, you do. Today, it is Sunday. We are back together, and I hope you are having a good day and a good weekend. The weather here, very strange. Yesterday we had a glorious day, quite nice, a little cold, but still not as cold as it should be. We are having the most amazing weather. It does not feel like autumn. It feels more like mid-spring or even late spring, to be honest with you. Hello also to the live chat. It would not be this without you. We would have none of this. Do you know that? If you weren't there, sitting there now watching this, I wouldn't be here talking to you. So thank you very much for joining me today. Again, the live chat is busy. Who was first? I wonder. Oh, something very unusual is happening today on the live chat. Can I say congratulations to Paolo? Paolo, guess what? You are first on today's live chat. See, I'm not sure if that deserves a fancy pants, because I can't remember the last time Paolo was first on the live chat. So I think that deserves a big, wonderful, super duper fancy pants. That's enough. We can't have too much excitement. I've only been on for 13 minutes. Hello also to Vitas. Hello Vitas. Hello Beatrice. It's so nice to see you back here. Also we have Ricardo. Hello Ricardo. Nice to see you back. It seems like a long time since I said hello to you. So thank you for joining me again. Mosen is here also. Isn't it lovely? The background. Look at that. So you can see there are some trees that still have their leaves, but that is the view outside from my window at the moment, and it's looking rather nice. Very colourful. Very much like autumn. Can I say hello also to Luis Mendez is here today. Hello, Luis. I hope you are having a super duper time as well. Oh, by the way, we are looking at something that Mr. Steve made last night. Can I just say, just in case Mr. Steve is watching in his office, can I say, Steve, you are the most amazing cook. You are incredible. I'm saying this now because normally people say, you're so rude to Mr. Steve when he joins you on your live stream. So I'm going to say now, Mr. Steve, you are incredible. You are a wonderful human being, but most of all, you are a brilliant cook. I'm going to show this later on, something that Mr. Steve made last night, and I tell you something, I could eat that particular thing every single night. We will look at that later on. I will try my best not to embarrass Mr. Steve with my praise and compliments. Hello, Duong. Hello, Duong Dai, who apparently had an accident last week at work. So I hope you're feeling better today. I really do. Lena is here as well. Hello to Lena. Nice to see you here today. Have you made any preparations for Christmas yet, Mr. Duncan? I have put the lights outside on the house, so they are there and they're ready to be turned on at the start of December. I haven't put the Christmas tree up yet. It's a little bit too early. Even though here now in the UK, if you put on the television at night, you will see lots and lots of Christmas adverts already. And I suppose it is mid-November. So we can't really complain about that, I suppose. So I think it's quite reasonable to have Christmas advertising from mid-November. So I'm not really complaining. But no, I haven't put the Christmas tree up yet. There are no decorations in the house. However, I have put the lights up on the front of the house, for those wondering. Hello, Edith. Edith. Hello, Edith Goulet. I haven't seen you for a long time on the live chat as well. Nice to see you back as well. Karim is here. Hello, Karim. I don't know where you're watching, but thank you very much for joining me again. Zudzika. We also have, he's a naughty boy. He's sometimes very naughty on the live chat. Tomek. Hello, Tomek. Nice to see you back as well. We also have Monica. Hello, Monica. Nice to see you here as well. Lots of people joining already on the live chat. You may have noticed on my thumbnail today, it is looking slightly different. The thing you can see is actually something called a QR code, and I have come up to date with all of the new technology. So the QR code that you can see on my thumbnail, and also I will show you now on the screen, so that particular thing is actually something you can scan. And if you take a picture, if you try to take a picture of that with your phone, it will also give you a link to my YouTube channel. So that is something that I've started doing. It is called a QR code, and it is a very convenient way of sending or giving someone a website address. So you can actually use QR codes for anything. And I was very lucky yesterday. I found a site that I'm already a member of, and they've started allowing you to make your own QR codes. So I might use those in the future if I want to promote a certain video or maybe a certain website, I can actually put a QR code on the screen. So I hope that will help you to find my material much easier. I hope so. Hello also Francesca, nice to see you here as well. We have a lot coming up today. Steve will be with us in around about 10 minutes from now. Around 10 minutes we have Mr. Steve. Also this week, another thing that people are talking about, a lot of people are rushing out to the shops to get their bargains. Every year this happens around this time of year. It always happens. Black Friday. We will be looking at that in a few moments as well. Can I say hello to Gosia? Also we have Olga as well. Hello Olga, nice to see you back. I like to see new faces here on the live chat, but also I like to see some of the regular faces as well. Hello Inarki, hello everyone, hello to Lyra, hello Lyra. Very nice to see you back as well. We seem to have some new regular viewers. So if it is your first time, I hope you will come back and watch again. This is an English lesson, but it is a little bit different from what we normally have on the internet, to be honest. So here it is. Yesterday, I was out walking with Mr. Steve. We had a lovely little meal in town, just a snack. Because when we got back home, Mr. Steve made the most amazing meal. So we did go into town yesterday and we had a cup of coffee and a little cake. And during my walk back, I decided to see if I could get something to happen. This is what happened. Oh, hello there. Welcome to another live stream. Here I am out and about at the moment on Saturday afternoon, and you might notice that I am wearing more clothes today, and that is because the temperature has plummeted. It has dropped quite a lot. Also, another thing I'm doing today, besides wearing my lovely woolly hat, is this. Can you see what I have here? I have some bird food, and I'm hoping over the next few moments that I will be able to get one of the robins around here to feed from my hand. Will I be successful? Find out in a moment. There is always something to see on my live streams, and there yesterday I was out and about and I actually got one of the robins to feed from my hand. I'm not going to lie, it was quite a thrill. So isn't it amazing when you come into close contact with nature? Something that you don't normally have contact with, such as a little bird feeding from your hand. So I must admit I was rather excited about that. Now, that particular robin is a bird that we've been seeing for the past few weeks. So now every time we walk past that particular area, the robin will come down and wait for me to give it some food. So I thought yesterday, I wonder if I put some food on my hand, whether the bird would come and actually take the food from my hand. And it did. I can't begin to tell you how thrilled I was by it. I have to say, it was quite amazing. The live chat is here. Can I send a special get well message to Federica, who apparently is not well at the moment? Federica has COVID. Can I just say, speedy recovery. We are all sending our best wishes. I will rub my hands together and send you some warm, positive vibes. Can you feel them? I can. Hello also to, who else? Oh, Claudia. Hello, Claudia. I was wondering where you were. And I'm just wondering right now, what is cooking in your pot today? What's cooking, Claudia? What have you got in the pot? What's cooking, Claudia? Is it something spicy and hot? Is it something salty or not? Oh, Claudia, what is in the pot? So come on, Claudia, don't keep me in suspense. Please let me know what is in your pot today. Claudia says, in the pot I have chicken. Oh, fancy pants, very nice. Also some lettuce and tomato salad. That's interesting. I rather like cold chicken. Some people don't. They don't like to eat cold meat, but I do. Cold chicken, especially if you put chicken on a sandwich with some mayonnaise. I have to say, I'm feeling a little bit hungry. I've only had 2 pieces of toast this morning. I haven't had much to eat, unfortunately. But it sounds as if you are having a salad today. Are you eating salad? It sounds like it. I think so. Thank you very much for joining me today. And yes, we have a lot of things still to come, so please don't go away. And if you have a friend who loves the English language, tell them about this, because this is so different. You are listening to English being spoken live and spontaneous. So none of this has been rehearsed. Nothing here is recorded. It is now happening at 26 minutes past 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. Who else is here? Saturino is here. Thank you very much for joining me today, Saturino. Nice to see you here as well. Oh, apparently Claudia is baking some bread. I haven't done that for years. Mr. Steve, a few years ago, we did start baking our own bread. The only problem is it's a very slow process, because you have to get the flour and the yeast, and then you have to put it into some sort of container, and then you have to wait. You have to wait for it to rise, and then you have to put it in the oven, and then you have to make sure that the bread does not burn in the oven. So I think it is a rather long process, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of making bread. I would much rather go to the supermarket and buy the bread straight away and not have to bake it, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of that. Sukat, hello Sukat. The robin is so cute. We often put water with sugar for some very tiny hummingbirds that come here every day. Yes, there is a special type of feeder that you can buy, and they actually look like flowers. They look like flower cups, and you can actually put water and a little bit of sugar inside, and then the hummingbird will come down and it will take the water, the sugary water from the plastic flower. It's quite amazing. Sadly, we don't have hummingbirds here. We don't have hummingbirds. One of the smallest and I suppose one of the most attractive birds is the kingfisher. So they are quite small birds, and they often you can find them around rivers, streams, areas where there's lots of water, and they often come down and they will pick at the water. They're trying to get the creatures that are living in the water. Can I say hello to Gar-Mani? Hello, Gar-Mani. Nice to see you here today. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you will stay here for a while. We have Mr. Steve coming in a few moments. I know. There is always a lot of excitement when Mr. Steve is coming, and he will be here today. And what else are we doing today? Oh, we have something else that I want to show you as well. This week, a lot of people are getting excited because Black Friday is approaching. And quite often nowadays, many shops will not just have one sale, they will have many sales over a few days. But just in case you don't know what Black Friday is, please let me explain. So the holiday season is on its way once again, which can only mean that Black Friday is also on its way. With each year that comes around, we hear this phrase used more and more. But what exactly is Black Friday? What does it mean? Well, let me tell you. First of all, there are many recorded events which have been given the title of Black Friday. Many of these events are unhappy or tragic. The name often relates to death or destruction taking place. However, this particular Black Friday is related to a holiday that is celebrated in the USA. This particular Black Friday falls on the Friday after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving itself occurs on the fourth Thursday of November, and Black Friday falls on the day after Thanksgiving, which is a Friday. Black Friday is not observed as a public holiday, although certain states in the US do consider the day after Thanksgiving as a day off for those working in the government. The term Black Friday began in Philadelphia and related to the swarms of pedestrians and traffic that would fill the streets right after the day of Thanksgiving. Later, this phrase would relate to profits made by those who ran shops. The time of year when shop owners would be in the black. This means that they make a profit. They are not in the red. They have not made a loss. They are in the black. Nowadays, the term is used to describe the beginning of pre-Christmas trading. The first day of Christmas trading is normally marked with discounts and sales. This event grew in popularity during the 1970s. During these sales, many people will push and fight each other for the discounted items. The Black Friday rush to buy something on offer has slowly spread to other countries too. Australia, Brazil, Canada, India, Mexico all have Black Friday sales. Even here in the UK we have Black Friday events, the first of which was held in 2003. It normally falls on the same day as the one in the USA. There is even an online version of Black Friday called Cyber Monday. This relates to items purchased through the internet and occurs on the Monday after Thanksgiving. Both Black Friday and Cyber Monday are seen as important days for retailers, as for some, these are their best days of trading during the whole year. So that is Black Friday, all explained in a nutshell. And that is it. So now you know what Black Friday is, and now you know what it is all about.
Still.
We are here. We are here. We are live. Now, if you remember last Wednesday, we didn't have Mr. Steve here, unfortunately. So instead we had to have this, which is not the real Mr. Steve. But fortunately today, yes, we do. We have him, the real Mr. Steve.
Or is it me, Mr. Duncan?
The real Mr. Steve is here.
Oh, Mr. Duncan, I hope that looked funny. Some people might say, well, I'm a bit unanimated anyway. So am I any more animated than that? I can't believe you had me there on Wednesday, Mr. Duncan.
I did. It was
all along.
It was the fake Mr. Steve. In fact, a lot of people said they prefer having the fake Mr. Steve because...
Who?
Well, actually, it was me. It was everyone else was missing you on Wednesday. Don't worry, Steve will be with us today, but also on Wednesday as well. Next Sunday, while I remember, Steve.
Yes.
Next Sunday, big news concerning this.
Oh.
Next Sunday. Make sure you tune in next Sunday.
Hark.
Big news.
Oh, you're not going to reveal the news just yet?
No.
You're going to wait until next Thursday.
Thursday?
Wednesday. Sunday. I'm not with it today, Mr. Duncan. I'm not with it.
If you're not with it, it means you can't quite grasp what is happening around you, which, to be honest with you, is a normal day for Mr. Steve.
By the way, Gossier, or Gosier, O-R, heard you saying hello to Lewis with the echoey voice.
Okay.
And he wants you to do the same for them.
You do realise there is an echo tax. Rishi Sunak, not Rishi Sunak. Who is it now? It's Jeremy Hunt. You have to be careful how you say his name. Jeremy Hunt. It's definitely Hunt, nothing else.
It is to some people.
He's decided to bring in an echo tax. So every time I have my echo, I have to pay tax to the British government. So let's have a look then.
Oh, you saw the Gosier or Gossier?
Gosia?
Gosia, yes, Gosia.
Gosia. Okay, here we go then. Hello to Gosia.
Everyone will be wanting that now.
No, I
but
can't.
We have to restrict it because,
Yeah, echo tax. They've taxed everything now in the UK.
Everything's taxed, yes.
Even farting. There's a fart tax now because of the environmental... I'm sorry, I just made myself laugh there. The environmental impact that farting has. So it's not just the cows. They have wind and all sorts of horrible chemicals and methane coming out of both ends. But human beings also do the same thing as well. So they are introducing a fart tax. And I don't know how they know that you are breaking wind, but apparently that's a new tax, echo tax, and also using the word the as well.
He's joking. Well, we hope that cheered you up. Is it Gosia? Is that how your name is pronounced? Gosia, or is it Gossier? Number 1, Gosia, or number 2, Gossier.
Or number 3,
neither. If you put 1, we know it's Gosia. If you put 2, we know it's Gossier. I think you're right, actually, Mr. Duncan. I think you're right, actually. Yeah. So we'll find out. Apparently, there's a football match.
Is there? Where?
Well, the World Cup.
Oh, I see.
At 4 p.m. UK time, according to Lewis.
And who is playing?
No idea.
Oh, this is good. This information is brilliant,
I know,
Steve.
but we're just telling people, because Lewis was saying, I hope that you can stay until right to the end, because the match doesn't start until 4 p.m.
Yes.
UK time. So we could, actually, what we should have done, Mr. Duncan, is think about all the words that you could usefully use in football. And then when people watched the World Cup, they would watch right up to that moment because they get all the interesting words about the use of football. But of course, we would be, look, you've got your England mug. Is that coincidence?
I was going to get my Qatar mug.
But we haven't got one, have we?
I was going to have a Qatar mug, and I was going to fill it with Budweiser.
What, the non-alcoholic version?
No? What? Well, why? Why would you have non-alcoholic beer? That doesn't make any sense.
Because it's banned, isn't it? It's banned unless you're very rich and you have a special... You've paid for one of those boxes, those expensive boxes in the stadium.
Yeah. Well,
then you won't be able to drink alcohol.
Well, it's not... Is anyone surprised? I said this weeks ago, here on the live stream. I said this many weeks ago, and I was talking about the Qatar World Cup, and I said alcohol is going to be a big problem, and they probably won't be able to consume it. So you can't have it at the actual stadium. There are places where you can go, small areas where they have bars, very carefully controlled. But I still don't know, why would you have alcohol-free beer? Now, I don't mean about going to the Middle East, but generally, why not just have some fizzy orange?
But it is revolting, alcohol-free beer. If anyone has ever drunk alcohol-free beer,
yes,
which I have, it is revolting.
But I don't see the point anyway, because if you drink beer, you drink beer so you consume alcohol. What's the point otherwise?
Yes, so is anyone actually... I don't suppose anybody watching is... I don't think many people are that interested in the football.
No.
Certainly... Oh, it's Gosia, by the way, or is how you pronounce Gossia's name. Gosia.
So you pronounce Gosia as Gosia.
Or Gosia. Something... Gosia.
Oh, it's good. Yes, this is much clearer, Steve.
Gosia.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Well, according to what is put on there. So short of Margaret. It's equivalent to Margaret.
Good.
So at least we know you're female now, because we didn't know that before.
Okay.
That's good to know. Well, I'm assuming you're female. Could be some other sex that we because there are lots of different sexes now.
Yeah, this is
so
great.
We don't wish to offend. We've got to be very careful what we talk about.
Okay.
Please don't talk about the football, says Bruno.
Steve, can you please turn your brain on?
It's an annoying topic.
Please find the button that turns your brain on.
It is on, Mr. Duncan. You know how I start, and then I get livelier and livelier.
Yes.
So I think I'm probably correct in assuming that most people who are watching today are not interested particularly in the football.
Well, no, not everyone is interested in football.
I know.
It's only a few million people. You know, there's now 8 billion, by the way, 8 billion people on the planet, and it's only a small percentage that actually like football. But it would appear that every person on the planet loves football, but they don't. It's just promotion and marketing that makes everyone believe that everyone on the planet loves football. But there is a big percentage that don't follow any sport.
Probably the majority. I'll only get interested if England get into the final, and even then I'll only be mildly interested.
I don't want anything to do with it.
No,
anything to do with it. A bunch of hypocrites.
Mosen says liquor or alcohol is bad, Mr. Duncan. Yes, it certainly is in large quantities.
Yes, if you have too much.
But we appreciate different cultures. Don't
Well, who said we didn't?
Alcohol isn't allowed. So that's the world, isn't it? Everybody's got different beliefs and different rules.
Okay.
We all live happily together.
Calm down, Steve.
No, I'm just saying.
This isn't Twitter.
I went to see a friend of mine. A friend of my mother's.
Okay.
Do you want me to talk about that or not? Or have you got too much to do? Have you got a packed programme?
Yes, I've already told you we've got loads. We've got absolutely loads to talk about.
Well, if we run out of things to say, I'll tell you about how I met my mother's friend.
Okay.
And she cooked me some delicious pakoras.
You're telling us the story.
Yeah, well, anyway, yes.
Yes, I might tell you the story, and then you start telling the story. So you met a friend, your mum's friend, and you had some lovely Indian food.
Yes, I know.
That's it. No, that's it. That's it. You see? Brevity.
He's cutting me off already.
Brevity.
Although I think you're trying to get around me, Mr. Duncan.
Brevity is the soul of wit, as Shakespeare once said.
Well, who cares about Shakespeare? We're trying to get rid of all this stuff, aren't we, in the UK now?
Sorry?
Trying to decolonise everything. in the UK at the moment, aren't they?
Okay, what's that got to do with Shakespeare?
Well, they'll probably try and get rid of Shakespeare because they'll probably, left-wing people in the UK who are in control of sort of education and universities will probably make a statement that Shakespeare has got something to do with colonisation, and will therefore want to ban it from being taught in schools. I would imagine, because that's what's going on in the UK now.
Well, not so much now.
Well, I think it's still going on, Mr.
Yes.
Duncan.
I think the being overprotective of other people has become less important over the past couple of weeks. Well, it has on Twitter anyway.
We're not big alcohol drinkers anyway. We've got beer, but we never drink it. We've got
right.
3 bottles of beer.
Okay.
We've had it for about 6 months and we haven't even touched any of it yet. We just don't bother.
No, well, we don't really have any vices. We don't do drugs. We don't do alcohol. We don't really do anything. We just have the...
We're very boring.
Yes, we're very boring, really. Talking of things that we love and enjoy having and doing, Mr. Steve, some very worrying news.
What's that?
Here in the UK, because our favourite snack, the Jaffa cake, might be disappearing from the shelves of the supermarket.
Good grief.
That's amazing. That's some good acting there. Yes, it might be happening. So Christmas, we might have no Jaffa cakes to eat at Christmas time. And I think that is a big, big disaster.
Tomic, interesting, is going out to the store to buy some food. See if you can buy Jaffa cakes. I would buy them because if you buy, say, a room full of them, you can probably sell them back to the UK and make a big profit.
Can I have a room full of Jaffa cakes, please?
Yes, because they've gone on strike, haven't they, at the factory that make Jaffa cakes?
Yes, the factory in a place called Aintree. Apparently, they've gone on strike. They've been striking since September. But of course, it's taken a few weeks for the Jaffa cakes to start going down. So a lot of people have been buying them, panic buying Jaffa cakes. Because a lot of people like to eat Jaffa cakes at Christmas.
Didn't they have loads of them in these great big sort of yard or metre length?
They were Oreos.
But there was something else. I'm sure there was another carton of something by the side of it, which was, I think, anyway. Right, so hoard Jaffa cakes and sell them while you've got the opportunity to make a quick profit.
So it looks as if there might be a shortage of my favourite sweet, my favourite. Now, some people say, is a Jaffa cake a cake or a biscuit?
I would say it's a cake because it's very soft.
Yes, it has sponge.
Biscuit is normally sort of hard. But there's also a shortage of eggs in the UK.
Yes.
Isn't there, Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Shortage of eggs. We mentioned that last week. So probably when the factory does, when no doubt the managers or the owners of the factory give in, and or there's some compromise on their wages, they will find that there's no eggs to make the Jaffa cakes, and they won't be able to produce any for Christmas anyway, and then the bosses will have to get rid of the staff that they've just given a pay rise to. So yes, shortage of eggs because the feed is too expensive since all the problems we've had with commodities recently.
Oh my goodness! Okay, Steve.
Well, I'm just talking about what's going on. You're trying to shut me up already, Mr. Duncan.
You're depressing me. It's bad enough that we might
talking about what's going on in the world.
Okay, Steve, we get it. We get it.
Yeah,
but
fine.
I was going to say, I was still talking about my lovely Jaffa cakes, you see.
Yeah, boring. But you've just told the story now. Well, why go on, Mr. Duncan? That's enough. Enough's enough. On to the next. That's what you do to me, Mr. Duncan. Cut me off. I'm cutting you off. Cut.
Okay.
What about the Jaffa cakes? Go on, I'll let you finish the story.
The Jaffa cakes, we might have to go out and buy some, or we might need to do, sometimes people have fundraising. We might need you to send some Jaffa cakes to us so we don't suffer during the Christmas period. Talking of food, now this is where I be kind, and this is where I'm going to be lovely and nice to Mr. Steve. Yesterday, Mr. Steve made the most amazing meal, and he also made his most delicious dish. Ooh, look at that. Now that is something called cauliflower cheese. It's very easy to make, isn't it?
Oh, really? No, it's extremely hard, Mr. Duncan. It would have been very easy to make.
Easy.
Well, why don't you make it then? No, it's extremely hard. I mean, it takes hours to prepare that.
Okay, so what is it made of?
It's made of cauliflower. And then everybody knows maybe not everybody knows what cauliflower cheese is. So cauliflower, a vegetable, a white pale vegetable, which we know is a flower, about 6-8 inches across. So you cook the cauliflower, break it up into little bits, and then pour over a nice cheese sauce. So a white sauce that you put cheese in. I put a bit of... no, I'm not going to reveal my secrets.
Oh, okay, Steve.
And then you bake it in the oven, and it goes very well with lamb. We don't know why, because cheese and lamb, for some reason, fatty meat, cheese, all goes very well together. So yes, I cooked that yesterday. Extremely difficult to make. I mean, I would need, hours to tell somebody how to produce that particular dish. The skill level is, maximum. Out of 10, I'd say it was 10.
Yeah.
The level 10 of skill required.
That doesn't sound very high.
Well, it's out of 10, so that's maximum.
What about 1 million?
Well, if it's 1 million, then you need a skill level of 1 million.
Okay.
But.
So this is Mr. Steve's delicious meal that he made last night, and I have to say it was amazing.
No, it's yes. So the people are asking about the ingredients. It's just cauliflower. So you boil the cauliflower till it's cooked.
Okay.
And then you break it into its little florets. I would describe those as individual little florets on their stalks. And then you make a white sauce. So you just I use corn flour and milk to make a sort of a thick sauce.
And the most important ingredient.
And then I add cheese to it, melt it in. Nice thick cheesy sauce. I normally add a bit of spice or a bit of, what do I add to it? Mustard. And then I pour it on the top and then put it in the oven for 20 minutes, half an hour on a high heat. And it goes very well with meat. It goes well with lamb. Beef, but particularly lamb, peas, nice gravy. There we go. So that's what's in it.
We actually had lamb shank last night, and we had the cauliflower cheese with it. But I have to say, Mr. Steve, I got very emotional earlier.
Lena's going, by the way. She's got snow all over the town.
Oh.
But Lena's got to go. No doubt she's got to clear the snow. So we'll see you next week.
They're having a lot of snow in the United States.
They are.
Have you seen it? 5 feet. 5 feet of snow. So people have been opening their doors and the snow is right up to the top of the doorway.
Yes.
We have had no snow. We've had nothing.
Lots of rain. By the way, Saturino, the cheese we put in, it's not mozzarella.
No.
Because it's cheddar cheese. So it's you want a strong tasting cheese because cauliflower is a bland vegetable.
Yes, it doesn't have much flavour.
So if you put mozzarella in it, mozzarella is a bit of a bland cheese. It doesn't really taste of much. So you want a strong cheese. We put cheddar in because that's a strong cheese. But you could put
extra mature.
Just something with a strong flavoured cheese you want in that.
Oh, if I have cheese, it's either got to be very strong or very savoury. And I have to say, if you're going to have cauliflower cheese, you have to use extra mature.
Francesca says, do you use much cheese in England? Well, we certainly do in this house.
Yes.
Yes, cheese is popular in the UK.
Yes.
Probably not as popular as, say, France or, well, I was to say where Tomek lives. I actually think it's quite popular there.
Mm-hmm.
And in a lot of countries in Europe, they have cheese for breakfast, don't they?
They do?
Certainly in So I wonder if Tomek has cheese for breakfast.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Do you have cheese for breakfast in Netherlands?
Cheese and ham, but they do in other sort of countries nearby.
It's often seen as a continental breakfast.
It is.
So when we go abroad to Europe, quite often the breakfast in the morning will actually be light meat, maybe cold meat and ham, things like that, and cheese as well. It's very strange having cheese for breakfast. But continental, you see, when you go across the English Channel, that's what they have for breakfast.
Yes, if we think of a continental breakfast, and the continent being Europe, is what we're talking about. Yes, it's cheeses and sort of sliced cold meats, things like that, which would be very unusual in the UK to have that for breakfast.
However, the UK does consume a lot of cheese. Dairy products are actually very popular here in England and across the UK. England especially, we do like lots of fatty food, cheese especially. And as Steve said, here in this house, we do like cheese, especially things like pizza. So that's why things like pizza are very popular here in this country, because people like cheese. We're crazy about cheese.
Yes, Palmyra and Valeria have asked, do you boil the vegetables first? Yes, so the cauliflower, yes, boil it first because it won't cook in the oven because you only need to cook it in the oven for about 20 minutes with the cheese on top.
It's very easy to overcook.
Yeah, so you need to cook it, yeah. You can do this with broccoli as well. You don't have to do it with, you can put the cheese sauce on broccoli, which is obviously a green vegetable, similar to cauliflower, but a bit stronger tasting. I've done that several times before, and it's actually got a little bit more flavour.
Yeah, it's incredible.
You can do it with broccoli as well. Again, cook the vegetable first.
I would say that it's probably possible to to cover anything in melted cheese, and it would be incredible. I think so. I think it's safe to say.
Bechamel sauce, Alexandra. Yes, I think you could put that on. That's like a cheese sauce, isn't it?
I think it is, yes.
A bechamel sauce, which is nice with potatoes, of course. You pour that on your potatoes. So, yes, it's similar, but I don't put any extra fat in the sauce. So I make a white sauce just from milk, and I use corn flour because it doesn't go lumpy, but I don't put any margarine or butter into it because the cheese has got lots of fat in it. So I just make a very simple plain white sauce and then put the cheese in afterwards until it tastes nice and cheesy, and then I pour it over the vegetables.
Inaki says maybe the tradition of having cheese for breakfast originated in France. So I know if you go to a French cafe or maybe in the morning, and that quite often they will serve cheese, and of course if you stay in a hotel, quite often they will offer cheese, cold ham, or as they call it, cold cuts, I believe they call it. So any meat that has been served cold, they often call them cold cuts. And of course I mentioned earlier, chicken is quite nice cold as well, on a sandwich with some mayonnaise.
In the UK, not many people would have cheese and ham, for example, for breakfast. But it's quite popular on the continent, don't know why. See, in the UK, most people would just eat cereal for breakfast, porridge or any type of cereal, or toast.
Yes.
And traditionally in the UK, people probably think of the people of having a traditional English breakfast.
That's it.
Of sausages and tomatoes and bacon.
And baked beans.
But not many people have that every day.
No,
we used to when we grew up. My mum always did that for breakfast.
If you had
cooked breakfast.
If you had a fatty breakfast, if you had a lot of calories for breakfast every morning, you would probably have a heart attack by the time you are in your 30s.
Well, I think I need more sort of protein in the morning because I have porridge, and I don't feel, if I have a good hearty breakfast with a bit of meat in there, a bit of protein, you feel better. I think I might start changing my breakfast, because they do say breakfast should be one of the most important meals of the day. To give you fuel after not eating for 8 hours.
Can I say
Sleeping.
a big hello to Giovanni? We haven't seen you here for a very long time.
Giovanni Rivetti.
Yes. Hello, Giovanni. Nice to see you. Hello, Mr. Duncan. And Mr. Steve, how are you? Long time no see. Hello to all the English addicts. Giovanni, it seems like a very long time, because I know that you were one of our regular viewers. So welcome back. It's nice to see you here today.
A few people actually I've noticed have come back. Haven't were saying hello in the start.
Yes.
Saturino has steamed cauliflower. That's a good way to cook cauliflower.
Yes.
Steam it, because you keep all the vitamins. With some olive, chili, and capers.
I like a nice caper.
Isn't caper? Isn't it a type of fish?
I think it is. Yes.
I'm not keen on caper. I don't like those small sort of pungent fishes. But
No.
I'm sure it's nice.
Bit like anchovies. Ugh.
Ooh, no, don't like that. Parmesan. Beatrice likes parmesan, roquefort, blue cheese, cheddar, and all the cheeses.
All the cheeses, basically.
All the cheeses.
You can't go wrong. It's very hard to go wrong with all the cheeses.
Alessandra says we have thousands of different types of cheese in Italy. Yes, I think most people in the UK only really eat cheddar. It's probably the only cheese that most English people eat, I would say.
Yes, well, there are lots of varieties of cheese that you can buy. So from different parts of the UK and different parts of England. So there are lots of different cheeses. But I would say the most popular one is cheddar. But of course, it has lots of different strengths.
What's that cheese you like? That other one, more sort of flaky cheese. Cheshire, yes, Cheshire cheese.
Cheshire and Wensleydale are very similar cheeses. So the only difference in the name is where they are actually made. That's basically it, really.
And blue cheese is popular around Christmas time, like Gorgonzola, or what's that other one? Stilton. It's very popular, particularly around Christmas time.
Anyway, Steve, we're going to have a quick break. We haven't done this for a long time. We're having a little break. And for those around the world who think that we have forgotten about you, I can say that we haven't. And just to prove it, guess what's coming up?
No idea.
Well, what did we used to do at 3 o'clock?
Play a game? No.
No?
Oh, Flags of the World?
Yes! Let's do it!
Was Pedro there? I doubt it. He's missed it.
Oh, okay.
People are talking a lot about cheese.
Cheese?
Mr. Duncan, yes.
Who would have thought that the hottest topic today would be cheese?
Well, Palmyra likes a Greek salad. Yes, feta cheese
Yes.
with salad, tomatoes, olives, olive oil. Healthy, simple, delicious.
Yes. Isn't that goat's cheese, isn't it?
Feta. I'm not sure.
I think it's
very light cheese.
it's normally floating in fluid.
I think it's cheese, quite young cheese. It doesn't have chance to mature. And Lewis said that he likes Roquefort with a good wine.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Well, Stilton, a blue cheese, Stilton in the UK is traditionally drunk with port. Stilton and port go very well together. A little bite of port. That's a bite of Stilton and a drink of port. For some reason, the flavours go well together. So I think Roquefort is a blue cheese, isn't it? So I can imagine that going with a nice red wine. That's very similar.
You often think of wine and cheese going together.
You do. Wine and cheese parties. People used to hold those in the 1970s. They were very popular to have a wine and cheese party.
Yes.
If you did that, you were very sophisticated in the UK. People would put cheese on sticks, wouldn't they? Cheese on sticks, and then you would eat the cheese and sup the wine.
Yes.
And you all felt very high class and sophisticated. See, that's UK people for you. In the 70s, we were trying to become very continental. We were trying to become very sophisticated.
It's a very sad indictment on the culture of the UK, where the height of sophistication was a cocktail stick with a piece of cheese and quite often a piece of pineapple as well, which I don't know why. It's disgusting.
Yes, we always put pineapple with the cheese because I think that was because most people didn't like to eat cheese just on its own because it was a bit strong. So if you add a bit of pineapple to it, it sort of adds a bit of sweetness to it. So yeah, in the 1970s, the UK was trying to become more sophisticated, wasn't it? So you would hold a wine and cheese party.
A piece of cheese on a stick.
And wine, of course, wasn't very popular in the UK until the sort of 80s and 90s. It became much more popular then. People just used to drink beer. They didn't, but wine has become a lot more popular now than it was, say, 30 years ago, due to its promotion.
Yeah, but it's also cheaper. It was always seen as an extravagance.
It was, yes,
wine in the
was.
1970s. If you had wine, it was like you were a millionaire.
Oh, you're posh.
Oh, you're a millionaire, are you?
Yes, it was always seen. If you, even today, a bit, if you say you're drinking wine, it's sort of almost seen as a sort of an elitist drink. It's sort of, if somebody says, "What do you like to drink?"
Yes.
Well, I'm just telling people what to say. If you say beer, they go, "All right." If you say wine, oh, wine,
Yes.
oh. People think they feel a bit posh in the UK if they drink wine, which must seem a bit strange to somebody like Lewis in France, where wine is very popular. It'd probably be more popular than beer. I don't know.
Or water. Maybe in Paris you turn the tap on in the kitchen and just wine comes out.
Well, it's like the fact that everybody used to drink tea in the UK, and not many people drunk coffee, but now it's reversed. Because we've become, coffee is seen as more sophisticated than tea now. If you drink tea, you're a bit common. If you drink coffee, oh yes, because there's lots of different types of coffee. Strange, isn't it, culture, how it works?
It really is very strange. Nitram says the World Cup 2022 opening ceremony featured Morgan Freeman.
Really?
Hello, I am Morgan Freeman, and I am being paid millions to say the World Cup is great. Everything is great. There is nothing to worry about. Qatar is your friend. Your friend. Your friend.
Talking about the emotions that connect us all. Yes, that type of rubbish. People always start coming out with this nonsense, don't they? It's just football. You know, yes, people are connected by sports. You don't have to dig too deeply into the reasons.
Well, we always like to put something up as being more than it actually is. I suppose music has been elevated to this very high status of solving all of the problems of humanity. But in reality, music has solved nothing. There is no moment of history of the human race where music has been responsible for the ending of war or famine. And I know what you're going to say, Mr. Duncan, you are wrong because of Live Aid in the 1980s, but nothing really changed. It was only a short solution, and then there was lots of famine. There is now. Where is Bob Geldof and Bono now? They're on their lovely tropical islands.
No, it's all a lot of sort of media hype. But I think you're right. I don't know, unless somebody can give us an example. I don't think wars have ever been stopped by this sort of thing.
No.
Anyway.
I just have that lovely thought now of a war ending because they heard a nice piece of music. Oh, well, I was going to launch a nuclear missile, but now I've heard that lovely song. Something about imagining a better world. Oh, no, I won't do that then now. I won't blow the world up. It's never happened. So that's it, you see. We make everything seem to be more than it actually is. And then it will appeal to us up here and here as well. But quite often, it's all just about making money.
That's what it's all about.
It's all about the money.
I only wish I was getting some of it, Mr. Duncan.
Well,
perhaps I should be. Well, that's what I can do now, Mr. Duncan. Because I'm unemployed now. Maybe I could become a football player.
Why?
Well, because I'll make millions, won't I? I get paid something like £20,000 a week.
I think you have to be good at it.
I could pretend I'm an actor, Mr. Duncan. I could pretend I'm good at football.
Okay, I don't think it works like that.
I'm definitely not too old.
I'm just waiting for some lovely compliments about my Morgan Freeman impression. I thought it was very good.
Morgan Freeman. What a joke. Fancy, you know, they're always trying to make it more than it is. It's a football. If you like football, it's great. People like sport, great, enjoy it.
It's always been the way, though.
Trying to make it more than it actually is.
Because I'm very old, you see, I remember when Russia held the Olympics in the mid-1980s, and a lot of people said, we're not going there. We're not going to Russia. We are going to stay away. America, the USA, boycotted. They stayed away from the Olympics. I think it was it 84 or 85? I think it was 84. I want to say 84. I know I'm wrong because I always am, but I was sure it was. So it's a very similar situation. We've seen all this before. Mr. Steve and myself, we've seen this so many times in the past. We are old and cynical. Today, we have some very interesting things to look at. And you are not going to believe it, Mr. Steve. We have some sounds, some noises.
Noises?
Noises. Sound effects.
Wow.
I've been very busy this morning. I've been shuffling around on the floor. I've been under the table. I've been on the roof getting all of my lovely sound effects today. Because today we are talking all about sound. Sound. English words that can be used to describe sounds, noises. So some people say sound. Sound is a generic term for anything that is audible. Noise, we often use noise to describe something that is loud or annoying. So we often use noise to mean something that is loud or maybe something that is just irritating, like the sound of my voice. Some people say that. So here we are, Steve. Well, let's have a look at it. Today's subject is all about ding-dong. Don't get excited. Ding-dong sounds and noises. And we have some lovely sounds coming up. Some of them might be loud. So if you are listening with headphones, you might need to turn the volume down just a little bit. Turn the sound down just a little bit. So we do have some noises coming, some very loud noises.
Yes, Bruno makes a good point. Music can be noise. Yes, if it's something that grates on your ear, something you don't like, something can become noise. And it's like when you're driving along in the car and you've got the radio on. Sometimes you listen to a particular channel and it's fine. Then another time you listen to it and for some reason it causes you a bit of distress. That sound becomes noise then. It becomes annoying. Maybe the sound of our voice is annoying to some people.
Well, that's it. Some people might hear this coming out of my mouth and go, oh, what a terrible noise. What a horrible sound.
Yes, I mean, some people don't like sort of rock and roll music or they don't like heavy metal music.
Yeah.
To them, it's a noise.
Jazz.
They might like classical music. That might be relaxing.
Jazz.
Or jazz.
Jazz. I think jazz is probably one of the worst types of music, especially when they improvise. Has anyone ever heard improvised jazz?
I think they have.
No, well, I'm not saying nobody has. I'm just asking the rhetorical question. Improvised jazz is the worst thing. It's literally where you just go to a piano or you pick up a trumpet and you just blow random sounds. I always remember seeing, there's a famous actor, I'm sure you know who I'm on about, Jeff Goldblum. He really likes to think that he's a jazz pianist, but he does this syncopation, I think it's called. It's where you just make up the tune. We heard it once, didn't we? And it was the worst sound I've ever heard in my life. It was awful. So jazz is okay, but not improvised jazz. It's the worst sound. It's like somebody dropping a piano down the stairs. Anyway, Steve.
I think that is, other people might disagree.
Well, yes, they can. That's why we call it.
So it's noise to you, but music to others.
Yes. Well, that's it. Yes, okay. Good. So here's the first sound. Are you ready for the sound, Steve? Because there is a sound. You see, you have to listen carefully, though. So here is the sound. The first sound is screech.
That sounds like the screech of car tyres on a road.
Yes.
Yes. So it's exactly. That sounded like me when I was driving back from a rehearsal the other night.
Yes, screech. So the word screech is a high-pitched and often distressing sound. It can be very distressing to listen to. The sound of screeching brakes or screeching tyres. Like that.
You expect to hear a crash after that, Mr.
Yes,
Duncan?
well, that would be another sound. Or, of course, a screech can also be the sound of someone screaming, especially...
You'll be very popular after this, Mr. Duncan.
Especially a screeching woman. Oh, dear. I did warn you.
I wish I could reach high notes like that, Mr. Duncan.
A screeching woman. Maybe a woman who's just tuned in to this live stream and the first thing she does is...
Yes. Well, we can understand why.
So the word screech is a high-pitched and often distressing. So we often use this. Would you say we use this negatively, normally?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's usually... I mean, some birds have a screeching call, don't they?
They do.
I'm trying to think of one that's got a loud screeching sound.
There are certain owls that sound awful because we often think that owls have a nice sound, but there is only a couple of types of owl that does the there's only a couple that do that. All the rest of them make a sort of sound.
A screeching man.
Yes.
Yeah.
My ear is still ringing from the sound. So, thank you, Bruno. Bruno25 has sent a super sticker. Thank you very much for your super sticker. I do appreciate it. So we often use the word screech as a negative phrase or a negative word, screech, especially when we're talking about something making a sound in an emergency. And Steve was right. Quite often you will hear the sound of brakes or tyres screeching. You're right. I keep expecting the
afterwards. Have you got shriek as a word coming up as well?
Maybe not.
Okay, because that's similar. Shriek is a similar word to screech, isn't it? Would you say, shall we mention that at this point?
You can, because it basically is a synonym. You're right. So that's good.
Screech, you've got shriek as well.
Shriek.
So a person's voice can shriek if it becomes high-pitched and annoying. Yes, and some birds have a shrieking call.
Yes.
So again, it's a type of screech.
Yes, I think screech and shriek are actually very good. That's a good choice, actually. I didn't even think of that.
What a nasty shriek. I'm getting them mixed up.
Okay.
Shriek. Yes, is a similar thing to a screech.
Here's another one, Steve.
Oh, by the way, can I quickly say, yes, Tomic does say they do have lots of cheese for breakfast in the Netherlands. Yeah, well, that's another reason to visit. And people are talking about wanting to meet up. Alessandra mentioned it earlier, and a few people have said, yes, and Lewis has said, come to Paris for a weekend. We are going to do it, definitely, absolutely, definitely.
Yes.
Next year.
Can I carry on with this? Because I want to edit this down and
just wanted to mention
show it as a separate lesson. It's sort of spoiling the flow. But there you go. Anyway, here's another. Do you want another sound, Steve?
Yes.
I like this one. So again, as you probably realised already, there is going to be a noise. So this noise is boom. It's a short one. It's a short sound.
Again, Mr. Duncan, just
again, one more time. Put your fingers in your ears. Here it comes.
That's not a sound you want to hear very often, is it?
Boom. A sudden and quite often low frequency sound. So we often think of boom as being low frequency. There is a lot of low resonance, and quite often you will have maybe some sort of vibration as well. I remember in Beirut, that terrible explosion. I've never seen anything like it. Remember when that I think there was it explosives and fertilizer and all sorts of things were being stored in that huge explosion. And I still remember the video image of that huge explosion, and it was almost like a sonic boom taking place. It didn't look real. It almost looked like a nuclear bomb going off. It was amazing. But well, when I say amazing, it was certainly something I don't want to see again, and I can't imagine what it must have been like to see it for real. So the word there is boom. Did you? I think so.
Thunder can. Yeah, the distant sound of a thunder can be like a boom, can't it? If you said get a thunder crack.
Yes.
That can be a boom.
A clap of thunder.
It's a loud, very loud sound normally. Explosions, as you say. Yes, a boom.
Yes. Another one.
A boom box, by the way.
Yes.
Is a type of radio or amplifier, a boom box, isn't it? It's like something you'd see in the 80s.
Portable stereo.
Portable stereo, that's it, Mr. Duncan. They call it a boom box because it makes lots of annoying low frequency sounds. Sometimes a car comes by, doesn't it? A young person driving a car and they've got high amplified music, and it's making a booming sound as it goes, because they like the low frequencies. They've got something in the car that makes a low frequency sound. What's that called?
Yes, that would be a subwoofer.
A subwoofer makes a loud booming sound.
Yes.
As it goes by in the car.
But yes, I remember the boom box. You could actually put it on your shoulder, and you'd walk around and you would annoy every single person that you walk by with your loud music. Normally, it would be something from the charts, and everyone would hate you, even though you thought you were the coolest person ever. Everyone else was thinking, I wish he would shut that stupid music off.
A man with a loud voice in a
Yes.
room is often described as having a booming voice.
Yes.
It's a loud voice. It's a low frequency sound, and everyone can hear it. If you're in a restaurant, you might say, "Who's that man over there with his loud booming voice?" It means it's sort of resonating in an annoying way all around the room. So yes, it's very common to describe somebody as having a booming voice if it's a man.
So you might
Usually
say
a man.
you might say the distant boom of explosions in the distance. Maybe if a war is taking place, you might hear the distant boom.
I don't think you should.
What?
Yes, but
Well-
a person can have a booming voice
Yes.
as well.
The building exploded with an almighty boom.
Yeah, I think we get it, Mr. Duncan.
Yes, that's okay. Well, we're
Yes.
talking about sounds. I can't talk about sounds without actually having the sounds, you see. So it'd be very silly otherwise, wouldn't it? Here we go. So another one. I can't believe we're arguing over that.
Well, it's sure. Anyway, right, we won't.
Here is another one. I like this word, Steve. Bang.
Yes. So what's the difference between a bang and a boom?
I'm going to show you.
Oh, right. That's
Okay, here we go. Here is the bang. That sounds like the farmer chasing one of the trespassers away from his field. And here is the boom. So yes, you can tell the difference. So that is a much lower sound, lots more low frequency, and the bang is more.
yes. It's more of a sudden, very loud noise, like a gunshot, or two cars colliding, bang, or if you were to bang your head against the wall, that would make a certain sound.
That's more of an action, though, isn't it? It's the striking of something, not necessarily the sound. So if you bang your head, it means you've just come into contact with something suddenly.
But if I was to bang my head against, say, a door, it would make a banging sound.
Yes.
You could have planks of wood. You could, if we had two things and we held them up and banged them together, it would make, that's the action.
Yes.
But it also would make a specific sound, a sort of a sudden percussive sort of noise.
So the sound of an impact taking place, a sudden loud noise. The two cars collided with a loud bang. So two things hit each other. You might have a sudden bang. I heard two loud bangs that sounded like gunshots.
If you have a paper bag and you blow it up and then you press it hard against your other hand, it will explode in a bang. A balloon, if you put a pin in a balloon, bang.
Yes.
It's a sound that's suddenly very loud sound and it disappears very quickly.
So a short, sudden, loud
It
noise
doesn't last very long.
is a bang. And I know what you're probably thinking out there. Mr. Duncan, there are other uses of the word bang. Well, do your own research.
Well, Nitram says that he plays a game called Bang, or at least he has a game called Bang. Is that
Oh, okay.
a clean game, or is that something quite naughty?
I don't know. Another one?
Yeah, carry on.
Another sound. Here we go. Oh, I like this one.
Sizzle.
I like this one because it's the sound that is made when you are frying something, maybe a nice piece of bacon. Some bacon.
Or a sausage.
Oh, something is frying. Isn't that lovely? Oh, you go into the kitchen and your wife is there making your breakfast in the morning, some sausages and some bacon.
Was that a bang, Mr. Duncan, that noise? What would you describe that? A loud, sudden
I would
noise?
describe that as annoying.
That's been coming on for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
I've been trying to, A sizzle, yes.
Sizzle.
No,
a high frequency sound. A high frequency sound which you normally hear during the cooking or heating of certain types of food.
Yes. So anything in a frying pan, and if the oil is very hot and you put something in, whatever that might be, meat or it could be anything, vegetables. I mean, when Chinese cookery, you've got the hot wok, haven't you? And then you put all the vegetables in, they make a sizzling noise as it's cooking.
Yes.
That would be the sound you're making. So you'd have to have very hot oil to get the sizzle.
I like the sound of the sizzle.
Yes.
I can hear the bacon sizzling in the kitchen. When you hear the meat sizzle, then it is time to take it out.
We're not saying that's an instruction. We're just
well, it isn't. No, it's just an example of a sentence.
What's the matter?
That sound.
Oh, I can't hear. Oh, right. Right. Okay, Mr. Duncan. Yes, do it again.
Isn't that lovely? Listen.
I am hungry, Mr. Duncan.
Of course, it could also be an old gramophone record being played. It could be. So quite often we use the word sizzle to mean something that's cooking or something that is hot, maybe on a stove, something that is frying. Oh, I like that one very much. Here's another one, Steve. We'll move on because we are running out of time once again. We
need to play the game, don't we?
The game?
The missing word game.
No.
The fill in the blank game.
Yes, fill in the blanks.
Which is very similar to a game that was very popular before.
Yes.
And we're going to be playing it in about 10 minutes' time, 15 minutes' time.
Hopefully 10 minutes' time. Here's another one. Oh, I like this one, Steve.
It's a good one, Inaki. Fritters sizzle in the frying pan. Fritters, like potato fritters.
Yes. Or last week, Luis Mendez was making cod fritters.
Oh.
Fried cod with potato, and they looked quite nice, actually. I saw a picture of them. Here's another one, Steve. Someone is coming to your door and they want to get your attention. They will normally press the doorbell, which often makes this sound. That's it.
I thought you were going to repeat it.
Oh, okay. I can if you want. So there is someone at the door.
Right, I better go. Oh, you got me there, Mr. Duncan.
I did. I got you there.
I thought there was someone at the door. Although we haven't actually got a doorbell, so I don't know why I would react to that anyway.
No, we don't have a doorbell.
No, you just got to bang the door.
Okay.
We've got a knocker.
We have a large knocker.
We do.
What? There's no. It also sounds like you know, in an airport, they often do the announcement, don't they? So first of all, you'd hear this sound. The flight waiting at gate 14 is the 8:50 to Singapore. Boarding now at the gate. Please have your ticket ready. And remember, no drugs or we will kill you.
I remember when I used to go to France.
Yes.
Many, many years ago, sort of 20 years ago, something like that. The sound of the sound that preceded the announcement in the airport in France was unlike any other sound. The bell sound that came before the announcement. Lewis will know this, and it was when you heard it, it just made me feel all excited.
Yes.
It had a particular ring to it, a particular melody. And then many years later, I went back to probably Charles de Gaulle Airport, I think is the main airport in Paris. And I was so disappointed they changed the sound
So
that preceded the announcements in the airport.
What was it now? Was it?
I don't know, but it's sort of back in the sort of 80s and 90s. There was a particular sound that they had, and it was it sounded so French and so sophisticated at the airport.
Was it? Ha!
No, but it wasn't. It was a sort of a bell sound, and then they changed it. They changed it. Lewis will know. Maybe they've changed it back.
Lewis is an expert
well, Lewis
on
lives in
alerts
France.
for notifications and announcements in airports.
But I'm sure.
You know my favourite, the one at Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur has.
It's your favourite, is it?
Yes, Kuala Lumpur has the most amazing tone when they give the announcements. It's bang 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 bang. Do you remember it?
Yes, I do.
It was lovely. When you arrived at Kuala Lumpur and you would hear that sound, you knew you had arrived.
Yes.
It was the most beautiful sound. It was sort of bang, 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 bang.
Yes, it was like a friendly sound.
Very friendly.
And the French one used to be, just sounded sophisticated. But they changed it. Last time I went to France,
I mean, you just told us this.
I know, but maybe Lewis can start a petition to get the old sort of 70s, 80s announcements in French airports to change back to Charles de Gaulle what it was before.
This sounds like a lot of work.
Just so that when I go back, it sounds like it did back in the 1980s.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
I think France has more important things to worry about at the moment than the sound of their announcements in the airport. I think so. So your doorbell might make a happy ding-dong sound when it rings. There's somebody at the door. Also, we can use the word ding-dong as a metaphor, the sound of an argument or a fight taking place. You might hear a ding-dong next door.
Oh, the neighbours are having a bit of a ding-dong.
Yes.
It means they're having a fight.
I can hear the furniture being thrown around.
But it would indicate not a particularly serious dispute. A ding-dong, you would say, oh, those two people, they're having a bit of a ding-dong. They might be just sort of talking and arguing with each other, but not physically fighting.
No.
That wouldn't be a ding-dong.
No.
That would be, be something else.
An altercation.
Yes. So a ding-dong is just a couple of people having a bit of an argument.
Yeah, that's it. An argument or a fight taking place. There are two people disagreeing, maybe.
But not too seriously.
Maybe they're disagreeing about Brexit. Here's another one, Steve. We've still got loads left. Once again, I think we're going to run out of time. Here's another one, Steve. Oh, I like this one. Steve, I like this one. I like this one a lot. For those who are into the equine pursuits, equine. Of course, we're talking about horses, aren't we?
We are.
Horses. Things to do with horses. Clip-clop. Clip-clop. Would you like to hear a clip-clop?
Go on.
Here we go. Here comes the horse down the road, marching. Do horses march?
There's a horse coming, Mr. Duncan.
There's a horse. Oh no, it's left a great big poop. Horse poop is awful. It really is the worst thing next to cow poop. I think the two poops that are the worst to clean up, horse poop and cow poop. I think so.
Yours is quite bad to clean up, I must admit, Mr. Duncan. I don't enjoy doing that when you leave that on the kitchen floor. Yes, the sound of, because of course horses' hooves are hard and they might have a horseshoe, a metal horseshoe on it, so it makes that particular sound when it strikes the tarmac.
Yes. Or, of course, so the clip-clop of horses' hooves, but also the clip-clop made by a woman in high-heel shoes. You might hear the clip-clop. So very similar sound.
It also indicates a certain rhythm to the sound as well. Clip-clop. It's got a certain rhythm. Clip-clop, 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 clip-clop. It indicates that there's a rhythm there to it. That one hasn't, but normally a horse will have because of the way the feet strike the floor, they'll have a rhythm to it. Clip-clop, clip-clop, clip-clop.
Yes.
And I think that's the important thing with a clip clop. It's got to
Clip-clop.
have a bit of rhythm.
Clip clop.
Otherwise, it just becomes a noise. Otherwise,
So a clip clop is a sound of something striking a hard surface. Normally we think of horses' hooves or a lady walking along the road on a hard surface with her very high shoes making a clip clop sound as you go along. I think so. Here's another one, Steve. Oh, we're really going fast now suddenly. We're going fast, everyone. Squeak.
squeak.
Squeak. Would you like to hear it? Here's a squeaking sound. Actually, that sounds like me first thing in the morning when I get out of bed. That's literally the sound that my bones and my joints make. Something like that anyway. So, squeak, the metallic sound made by a rusty and oiled wheel, is a good example of that. So something metallic normally, maybe two things that are moving together and they produce a metallic sound. Sometimes it's quite an annoying sound as well.
A squeaky gate.
Yes.
A squeaky gate or a squeaky door. If the hinges haven't been oiled, then they will make an annoying, and it's an annoying high-pitched noise. There's a gate that we walk through on the way into town, which every week I go, I say to Duncan, oh, I've forgotten again, because I want to take some oil
Yes.
and put some oil on this gate, on this public footpath, because it makes this annoying squeaking noise when you open it. Yes. So I am going to... how can I remember, Mr. Duncan? I'm going to put some 3-in-1 oil
Okay.
into my rucksack when we walk into town.
Can I just say other brands and other types of oil are available?
You can have squeaky joints. People often refer to, literally say, oh, I've got squeaky joints.
Yes.
If the joints make a noise when they move, sometimes your knees might make a noise.
Yeah. Of course, a lot of people also say creak,
Yes.
which is not quite the same thing. So squeak is normally a very high frequency. Creak is quite often a much lower frequency. You might think of a door opening. So normally the tone or the sound is slightly different.
Creaking floorboards. Yes, creak is normally the sound that wood makes when it's when wood is rubbing against other wood.
Yes.
Like how often have you rubbed wood together, Mr.
It's been a
Duncan?
long time. It's been a long time since I've had any wood rub against any other wood. To be honest.
Or against any other part of your body. Yeah. So yeah, if like floorboards, if you walk on a floorboards and they make that creaking sound, it's the sound of wood rubbing against wood.
So you could use squeak. You can have a squeaky floorboard.
Yes.
That makes that sound.
But quite often you would use creak in reference to wood moving against other wood. It's a slightly different sound.
Yes. Creak. Friction between metal parts might create a squeak. And of course, let's not forget the lovely mouse with its little sound. Squeak.
Vitas, the sound of a pheasant. Yes, we would probably describe the sound of a pheasant as more like a screech.
Yes.
You would, we would use the word screech for a pheasant.
Even though it does have a metallic sound.
It has a metallic sound, but you would actually use the word screech in reference to that particular bird. And there are other birds that make a similar similar sound to that. But yes, thank you for that. That's very useful.
Another one, because we are, as usual, running out of time. Oh, scrape. So this is very similar.
Yes, sorry. Bruno says, can squeak be used for chalk against a blackboard? Again, would that be screech?
No, squeak.
Squeak.
Is a good, yes, squeak.
Yes.
So something is squeaking, two things rubbing together. The other one, of course, is the sound of a person running their fingernails down a blackboard. That is almost like a squeak, but also I suppose you could use the word screech as well. But it's more of a scraping sound, which is what we have now. Scrape.
Right.
Isn't that interesting? So here we are, the word scrape. Now, I'm just trying to find... Have I got scrape here? I hope so. Scrape. Oh, yes, there it is. Scrape. Yes, scrape. Something being moved against another surface. So the sound of one thing being dragged across another. Scrape. Or to force an object against a hard surface using a tool. Scrape.
Yes, you can scrape your fingernails across a blackboard. So Bruno, yes, that would be, if you scrape your fingernails against a blackboard, it makes a particular sound that everybody hates.
Yes, it makes your teeth go on edge.
Yeah.
It's a horrible sound. It goes right through your head.
Yes,
We don't have that sound.
if you use a spade just to remove some dog poo from a floor, you would scrape it up.
Scrape.
And it would make a particular sound as the shovel came against the hard floor surface. But yeah,
So and
a
also
scraping sound.
Also, we have a phrase as well: scrimp and scrape. Scrimp and scrape. If you scrimp and scrape, it means you struggle to survive. You are trying to survive by scrimping and scraping. Scrimp means you are cutting back. Maybe you are trying to find a way of trying to save money, or maybe you don't have much money. And of course, scrape means you are trying to gather or get whatever you can as well.
Yeah, a suggestion is that you're having to use fairly drastic means to get food, for example. Yes, I don't get paid for another week. I'm going to have to scrimp and scrape
Yes.
for the next few days, meaning that you're going to have to sort of use leftover food to eat or beg for food or something. Yeah, that's it.
Here's another one. We've got, one more. This is the last one, Steve.
And then it's the missing word game.
Yes. Here's a... Steve, did you hear it? Do you know what it is?
Tinkle? Can't really hear it, Mr. Duncan.
Oh, okay. Rustle.
Rustle.
Rustle. The sound made by the movement of paper, plastic, so maybe
A rustle.
the wind caused the leaves to rustle. So we can also have the sound of leaves blowing as well. It's a very relaxing sound.
The wind rustles through the trees.
The
Yes,
wind-
it's a relaxing. A rustle is a sort of. It's almost like white noise. It's sort of, you
Yes.
can't define it. It's a mixture of frequencies, but it's very sort of low volume. A rustle.
It sounds a little bit like the sea.
Yes. It's almost like white noise. Might help you get to sleep at night. So you can put this on a loop if you can't sleep tonight.
Yes, a lot of people
after
have.
watching Mr. Duncan's live stream.
A lot of people have. They make a lot of money out of just playing sounds like this, and that's all they do, and they make millions. That's enough. I'm getting too relaxed. So the wind caused the leaves to rustle. Also, maybe the sound of newspaper as well, a person who is reading the newspaper and they keep making a noise. Do you have to keep rustling your
When
newspaper?
they turn the pages, makes a rustling noise.
Very annoying.
Yes, that can be.
It can be very annoying. Very, very annoying. I've started many fights that have ended in at least one person being hospitalised. Me, of course.
I don't know if it's spelled the same, but if a cattle rustler,
Mhm.
if you rustle cattle, it means you're stealing it, doesn't it?
That's it. To round up an animal and steal it.
Is to rustle
Mm.
something, but it's nothing to do with the noise. It's just a different meaning
That's it.
of the same word. I don't know. I'm presuming it's spelt the same.
Yes.
Right.
Maybe.
So we've got 10 minutes left.
Yes. So the bell will ring. Ding dong. And that was the last of our words connected to sounds today. I hope you enjoyed that. We'll have a couple of moments to grab some water. I need to grab some water, by the way. I'm very thirsty.
Can you grab water? I don't think you can.
Well, you can grab water if it's in a glass.
Yes, it's a phrase, but you can't actually grab water because it
No.
would,
No,
it's not a literal phrase. It just
No.
means you're grabbing a drink.
it's a phrasal verb.
Yes, it's a strange one because you can't grab water, can
No.
you? It means that you're grabbing it within a container.
Yes, or
Okay.
you're just taking a quick drink,
Yes,
Which
grab
is-
a drink.
which is what I'm trying to do now. I'm going to have a quick drink of water and then we will be right back.
What about...
Coming up in a few moments, we have our super duper game. Fill in the blanks. Did you have something to show?
Yes, Anarchy says, what would you call the noise of flames in a bonfire?
Crackle.
You'd normally call that a crackle, wouldn't you?
Crackling.
Ah.
The fire is crackling.
Yes. Over to you, Mr. Duncan, and the missing word game.
Yes, otherwise known as fill in the blanks.
Fill in
And
the blank.
I'm going to have some music, maybe next week, to play for this. But yes, we are now going to fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. It's time to fill in the blanks. All you have to do is look at the sentence that I'm going to put on the screen, and you have to decide what the words are that are missing. It's very simple, really.
But the important thing is the grammar.
Yes.
The grammar must be correct for you to win a prize, and the
Yes.
prize is a kiss from
Don't-
one of us.
Don't forget to phone your grandma and make sure she's all right. Here we go, Steve. The first one. The first fill in the blanks. My something is to something the something. So this is a personal thing. Quite often when we say something relating to our personal feelings, maybe it is an opinion or a feeling, and there are many words that you can use. So there it is, the first fill in the blanks that we have on the screen.
And we know that you're going to come up with probably many other suggestions that we haven't thought about.
Yeah.
But think about the grammar. Don't just put in words that seem to fit. Try and get the grammar correct as well.
Yes. Just have some fun. Look at the view outside whilst people are looking. Look at that. Isn't that lovely?
It's getting dark already, Mr. Duncan.
You can see that the sun is already starting to set.
And it's not even 4 o'clock yet.
Isn't that amazing? Wow. It's beautiful. Look
Yes,
at
the sun sets here now around 4:30 in the UK.
that. So already we are preparing for sunset, and it's so early in the day. So there it is, today's first fill in the blanks.
And we're expecting stellar performances from certain members of the people that are watching. If you put in a stellar performance, it means that you do very well. You have excellent performance, excellent way that you've done something, a stellar performance. You could say that a particular footballer who scored lots of goals and helped his team win put in a stellar performance.
Stellar.
Yeah.
I think it relates to stars.
Yes.
So here we go. Oh, we have one already. Oh, job, close doors. My job is to close the doors. Ah, yes.
Yeah.
That gets a thumb.
Yeah, if you were a doorman or a doorwoman in a hotel, your job would be to close the doors, yes.
A door person.
It's a fairly specific use of that phrase.
That's good.
Not many. It fits. So, yes. Yeah, thank you, Valeria.
A person's job could be to open and close a door. You might be working at a hotel as a door person.
I just said that.
Yes. So you open the door and you close the door. Like, was it Tim Curry? Tim Curry in the second Home Alone film, which also has a character called Mr. Duncan. Did you know that? Home Alone 2. There is a character in that movie called Mr. Duncan.
Here's one from Nitram. My goal is to rob the rich. That might get you sent to prison.
Just me. A lot of people are thinking that at the moment.
Of course, this is the goal of our government, is to tax the rich. My goal, you could say that our current finance bloke guy, what's his name, Mr. Hunt?
You mean the Chancellor?
The Chancellor, yes. His job, or he might say my job, is to tax the rich.
Yes.
He might say.
As we mentioned earlier.
Yes.
We are being taxed. They're making us pay for everything. If we break wind, if we let out a little fart, they will tax us. We have to send the government money.
Yes, Olga, the trees are looking red, yes, because the sun is setting and it's creating a red glow in the background. Alessandra says, my desire is to meet the English addict people.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that's 3 words at the end, but that doesn't matter.
You could also say viewers.
Viewers, yes.
My aim is to meet the...
Well, my desire.
Viewers or students. So, yes, you don't need to actually have more than one word there at the end. You can just say my dream or my aim. Something you want to do.
Here's a good one from Garcia. My job is to fill the blanks.
Very good.
Very clever.
That gets a thumb. Definitely.
Or my goal, would have been better. My goal or my aim is to fill the blanks. Very good.
I like that.
Indicating what you need to do to be successful at this particular game.
That's good.
That's very clever. That's very clever. That's deep thinking.
Very good.
I like that one.
We've got some smart cookies watching.
Inaki says, my fate is to take the nap. Is to take... Well, you wouldn't say the nap. You would say a nap. So, yes.
And I don't know what... No, okay then. Another one. My job is to clean the office. Job. So you can see that the word my is often relating to something personal. So anything that begins with my is normally a personal thing. So it can be my goal, my aim, my wish, my dream.
Here's a good one from Flower Espoir. My goal is to help the needy.
That's good.
That's a very noble goal. My goal is to help the needy. Yes.
And this is
Or
what
the poor, you could say.
This is what I've got. I've got my dream is to win the lottery. So again, it's another thing that it's personal. It is your desire, something you want or wish or dream about. You dream to win the lottery. We're going to squeeze one
Or
more.
if Tomek says, my objective is to cheat the tax office.
Oh yes. Well,
Yes.
I think you might find a lot of people doing that these days.
Yes.
So here we go, Steve. I want to squeeze another one in,
Okay.
as the vicar said to the actress. Oh, this is good. I like this one. Very simple. A nice, easy one to finish with. I'm something to something you.
All right.
So this might be something you are going to do. So you might say that these words that are showing some sort of intention or some sort of action. I'm something to something you. And we start with I'm, again personal, but also we have you at the end. So that shows that something is happening or is going to happen. Let's see.
Going back to the last one, Tomek says, my task is to annoy. If you would put presenters, that would have fitted perfectly, referring to us as the presenters. My task is to annoy the presenters. Would have created quite a laugh. But anyway, all the chatters, yeah.
Anyway, we've got the new one now.
We've got the new one now. There were a lot of other correct ones as well, so thank you for that one.
I'm going to help you. Thank you, Beatrice. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. So you can see in this sentence we are stating intention, something we are going to do.
Well, Tudika is about to kill you. So that is an intention. I hope you're not referring to us.
It's a strange thing to actually say to someone.
Is that the
though.
first thing that came to your mind?
I'm going to kill you.
To whom are you referring?
It's not a sentence that you would ever say, because then the person would probably run away or draw their gun.
I'm going to speak you is not correct grammar, unfortunately.
You could say address.
Address.
I'm going to address you. So that means you are going to hold some sort of conversation, or you are going to make a speech or a statement. I'm going to address you. I'm going to talk to you.
If you wanted to use the word speak, you would have to add an extra word in there. I'm going to speak to you. Not speak you isn't correct.
Or with you.
Address.
Or with you.
If you address somebody, it means you're talking to them. So, yeah, it's confusing. I know. I'm happy to see you.
I'm happy to see
Says Valentin.
you. Yes.
I'm ready to meet you. I'm ready to meet you. Yep, that fits as well, Palmyra. I'm going to surprise you, says Olga.
Ooh.
What with? It would be my question. But
I like a nice surprise. I really do.
I'm cooking to invite you. No, that doesn't make grammatical sense, unfortunately. I know what you're trying to say. I wish to invite you would have fitted
I want
there.
to, yes.
I'm glad to hear you. Yes, that fits in Archie. I'm going to marry you, says Garcia.
Maybe you're making a meal and you want the other person to be happy about it. I'm hoping to satisfy you. See, that would be a good one as well.
I'm going to marry you fits.
I'm going
to marry you.
I'm going to marry you, or I'm intending to marry you.
Yes, I'm going to. Tomek says, I'm going to do you.
Okay.
Which, of course,
Yeah. Right, so,
Okay. Well,
Steve, that's good.
maybe when we meet up.
Okay, Steve, maybe filter sometimes was a good idea. I've got, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm sorry. I'm ever so sorry. I'm sorry to bother you. I do apologise. I have bothered you. I've disturbed you. I've maybe annoyed you.
Well, Tomek says, I'm here to annoy you.
Yes.
So again, just what we would expect. And, I preferred the first one, but there you go.
Good.
I'm happy to meet you.
Yes.
I'm happy to meet you. Yeah. Are the correct ones.
Hello,
Good.
hello, Anna CT, who says, I am an English teacher. That is it.
That doesn't fit in though. Oh, I see. You are. You're right. Lovely.
Hello to, yes, so we have, yes, Anna CT, who says, I am also an ESL teacher. Nice to see you here. We are going now.
I'm determined to join you.
Okay.
There's another one that fits, says Anarchy. Yes. So many variants, says Olga. Yes, well, that's it. That's the beauty of this game.
Yes.
The new game. You don't have to get an exact word.
No.
You can use lots of words. It's getting your brain thinking more about different words.
Yes, and it's also a good way of showing that the English language is a variation of different things, different meanings or different phrases. And even if you're only using maybe 2 or 3 words with spaces in between, there are many choices that you can make.
Giovanni says, I'm amazed to teach you. That doesn't quite fit, does he?
You might say, I'm happy to teach you. I'm happy to. I'm pleased to teach you.
Yes, I'm pleased to teach you. You wouldn't say, I'm amazed to teach you.
I could say, I'm here to teach you. I'm here to teach you. That is my job. Anyway, Steve, it's time to go.
Yes.
We've got to go, Steve.
Okay, right, we've got to go. Yes, you're right.
Yes.
I'm going to shock you. That's another one. Tomek wants another one. Okay, so we are going, unfortunately.
It becomes too long and everyone complains that it's too long.
All right, then I'll go first, Mr. Duncan. Lovely to see you all.
Good.
And I'm probably see you on Wednesday. Probably be here on. I will be.
Okay.
I will be here on Wednesday.
Yes.
So that means you probably will get a lot less people watching than you otherwise would have done. But anyway, I'm going to put the tea on, and see you Wednesday.
See you Wednesday. Thank you, Mr. Steve. See you later. That, as they say, is almost that for today. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream. And I hope it has been fun for you. Thank you for joining us today. It's been a lot of fun here from my end, and I hope you've enjoyed it as well. Here is the QR code that I showed earlier. So that will allow you to go straight to my YouTube channel. If you take a picture of that, the QR code should then show you the link to my YouTube channel to make it much easier for you to find it. And there is the code. And now it has gone. I will be back with you on Wednesday from 2 p.m. UK time. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. It has been a lot of fun, and I hope that you have enjoyed everything that has been contained within it. It would be lovely to see you again very soon. Thanks for joining us. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English, saying thank you very much for spending time with us. And of course, until the next time we meet here, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Stay happy, stay safe, please, wherever you happen to be. And of course, until the next time we meet, ta-ta for now.